Welcome back. My name is Matt. This is Hidden Light, and today I want to talk about permanent camera collections. Let's jump in. As you may know, I am a huge proponent of a catch and release system for camera gear in general. We did a video about that, but basically the moral of the story is don't just buy 1,000 cameras and hold on to them forever while they sit on your shelf and collect dust, because that's sad. They need to be used. So if you're not going to use it yourself, sell it to somebody who will use it, and then you have more money to buy more film or more cameras. That's the gist. That being said, I do have a permanent camera collection, and by permanent, I mean cameras that under no circumstances am I willing to sell. Like, I will be living on the street taking pictures with this camera. I'm not selling it. This is a small list, of a rarefied list of gear, and I just added to it. So I thought I'd take a hot second and talk about my permanent camera collection. Right now, or as of 4 days ago, this was it. This is Nikon FM 2 FM. It was my first film camera, and it still works great. You don't have to dick around with it. It's essentially a perfect camera, and since I don't bother with a meter, I don't put batteries in it, I can just pick it up and use it literally whenever I want. The only bummer about this one is that the 50mm that I have on it is starting to goop up a little bit, which is something that I've had a lot of these Nikon 50s do over the years. So it needs to send out. I need to send it out and get it CLA'd, but you know, worth it. So this has been my only permanent camera collection camera. It was given to me as a gift. I have the knob up to indicate to me that it is empty. That's how I know which of my cameras is loaded and which of them isn't. Knob up is empty. Then I just added this big black beautiful babe to the collection. It is a Hasselblad X-Pan. It's the original one, and it used to belong to one of the founders of Hidden Light. His name was Corey Allen, and I got the opportunity to purchase this from his estate. The money went to go help the kids. It's a great thing, right? I was not planning on spending this kind of money on a camera. As a matter of fact, if I had been planning to spend this kind of money on a camera, I for sure would have bought a Leica. But the X-Pan is just such a fun format. And this camera, I mean, I've watched Corey make a bunch of images on this camera. I've seen a bunch of his work printed, and it's gorgeous. Like, it's a great camera to use. It's reasonably simple, and it just works. So I've added this. So this is my entire permanent camera collection. Literally every other camera that I own, I'm more than happy to sell. So, if you have cameras that under no circumstances would you be willing to sell, I'd be very curious to hear where that line is for you, which cameras you would keep forever and for always, and which ones you'd be willing to let go. This was one that got away from me. I owned one in a previous life, and I sold it for not even close to what they're worth now, and always wanted one. The next one that will probably join this list will probably be a Leica. Probably an M6, because I loved shooting with that camera. And I don't understand why it's all 35mm, because I'm really not a 35mm guy most of the time. I'm much more of a medium format guy in terms of the results that I prefer in my images. But they're so good. Anyway, let me know what's in your permanent collection, what you'd like to acquire, whatever, in the comments down below. And I've only put one roll through this so far, and I got to go put like a bunch more through it. So very exciting. I will for sure show you guys the results of those images. See ya.